have Gearheart Factory or Archipelago and took her down. Short summary, I did it in 4 attacks. I used 2 initial attacks of just GBE because most of the stuff have very low GBE, and then I did a Zooka Cryoneer attack and ended up with a no Zooka attack. So let me show you quickly my stats, as I always try to do. Max level Zookas, level 21. Max level Cryonners, level 8. I have max level Barty, so artillery is 22. That's the damage that it does, and the barrage is level 18, and that's the damage that it does. I started with 92 GBE. Again, no boost. Here we go. So yeah, let me show you how we did it, or how I did it. All right, like I said, the first attack was an all GBE attack, and I was a bit sleepy, so I was trying to figure out in my mind the calculations of how many what would have been the best combination. But here is the overall game plan. My plan is to take that rocket launcher with GBE. Later on, I decided to take that laser also with GBE because it would have complicated the shocking issue. The distribution of shocks around. Then after that was all said and done, after that was clear, I would have landed my troops here in the bottom, went up just below that shock blaster, and just with Zooka Cryoneers just blast everything out. And the important trick is Cryoneers, because they're gonna slow down everything up so that my Zookas can live longer. And you're gonna see, what ended up happening, which was pretty crazy. So let's get to it. So that wait, was that the second one? Oh no, I started with that one. Yeah. So that one took 3. That laser took 3 barrages, and I want to say 4 artillery shots. If I'm not mistaken, that was the combination that I ended up using. Now, if you don't have the GBE to do this, and if you're a lower level player, probably not, then you can get away by just get away by shocking that if you don't have the GBE to do barrage and artillery. I did, and that made it a lot easier for me, obviously. But don't sweat it too much if you cannot get to. So I think at this point the GBE that I had was limited, so I was then figuring out how I could tag buildings. And here's what I was doing calculations in my head. So my apologies if this seems sort of long. Speed it up. Yeah, there we go. So my plan was then I'm gonna clear the mines because that's what I was gonna land. So I sent a critter pack there. I sent a critter pack to that location, clear some mines there, and I'm gonna say yes. So and I sent another critter pack right there, and that's gonna attack those 2 structures right there. That being said, and that being done, let's go to the second all GBE attack that I did. All right, so that was 2 barrages and then 2 artillery shots, and that was taken care of. So no more rocket launcher. Now the landing is a lot easier. Now I'm thinking of the future, where I'm gonna land my troops after I clear this entire area. So if I'm not mistaken, in a little while I'm gonna clear those mines there, the ones that are right here. And I'm also going to damage those buildings there because I want to give priority to the laser and the shock blaster and the doom cannon. The doom cannon nowadays does a lot of crazy damage to cluster up defenses or troops. So you want to get rid of that. And here again, I am doing calculations as I go. I should have not done this. Don't do this. Just plan your attack ahead of time. Don't figure out if you're gonna have enough GBE to do something. This was while I was in bed, and that was not a good idea. But there we go. You see me, I damaged those 3 buildings. Now, all those 3 buildings, if Zookas are close enough to them, they're going to be target priority instead of the boxes or anything else. Because, defenses take priority over non-defensive buildings if they are within the range of the Zookas. But once they go out of range, they are not priority. It can, something is equal range, so they have to move. Then they're not priority. The priority is whatever is closest first, and then whatever is damage that is a defense second, or whatever is a defense that's non-damage is going to be second. It's whatever is closest. So here we go. You saw me clearing empath, and that's what I'm going to land in a few, on my final attack. So I'm planning like 2 attacks ahead of time. And that was essentially it. I could have actually landed here and done a lot of damage, but my GBE was going to be limited, so I decided not to do it. And here we go. I landed 91 Zookas with 6 Cryonners, and this was crazy, guys. I'm going to show you. First of all, let me show you this landing. This is a landing in which it's a variant of the staggered Zooka landing, but instead of running a long line, which you take the risk when you flare to your final destination, your Zookas are going to be spread in a little bit of a line, and they're going to move into sort of a triangle shape into the point that you designated. This landing has the benefit of all of them clumping up. So you see me, I flare in the middle. That's what I want. 1 flare on each side, and then with both fingers, you land. You do the staggered Zooka landing, and then you smoke. And you see that has 0 chance of those Zookas getting out of the smoke on the landing. But either way, when I was moving my Zookas into position, there's not enough space for them, so they went all over the place. So I got some Zookas that got out, and they got burned by the laser. Some of the Zookas got burned by the mine. Well, there we go, mine there. So I drew a critter to distract. I threw that critter pack to distract that Doom Cannon right there, and then I threw a shock mine or a shock bomb, and that's it. All the defenses now on that area are done. Now it's just a matter of me finishing up that mortar and then moving up. I need to move up because otherwise the Zookas are going to keep attacking. The Zookas are going to keep attacking the crates, and I don't want that. So we are already by 3 shocks, and this is all clearing all this stuff out is going to allow me to essentially get another shock. So at this point, I was not caring about the Doom Cannon. I actually needed to flare up, and I did. So none of the mines actually hit me right there. And here's where the Cryonners come into play. The Cryonners are slowing down those machine guns. They're actually tanking some of the damage for the Zookas, allowing me to just keep pounding those guys up. So I managed to destroy the machine guns. I barely escaped those mines. Now, at this point, I completed everything that I wanted to complete. This was an awesome attack. Kudos to myself. So, in any case, I'm now here just pushing forward. The grappler is grappling my stuff, but I really don't care. The Cryonners are just freezing what needs to be frozen. And now here's where they fell a little bit. I think I ran out of Cryonners. But I need to get rid of that machine gun, so can we do it? Do I have enough for a flare? Yes, I did. Now, unfortunately, that Cryoner is going to get grabbed. But we do. We get rid of that machine gun. I tried to flare to the right, but I was already too late. But guys, that was a single Zooka attack. We cleared that entire corner. 92 GBE. We had enough for 5-6 shocks maybe. At the end, my barrage was still at 3. My artillery was still at 3. My barrage was still at 10. But it was an awesome attack. And here, I was sort of hoping that I would get an extra, that GBE that critter is trying to, that crate that the critter is trying to destroy, that I would get it so I could drop it there. But as it turns out to be, the critter destroys the crate just as 1 second expires. I launched the artillery shot, but it never landed because the time had expired. So in any case, it was an awesome attack. The Cryonners were the MVP. You know, yes, the Zookas took care of everything else, but the Cryoneer kept everything under stasis, and that allowed us to clear the entire thing out. So now for the final attack, I just loaded all Zookas. The shield had about 2.8 million, I want to say. I think I wrote it down somewhere here because I was doing, 2.5 million. The shield had 2.5 million, and I only lose 5 Zookas after that. So here you see me. The reason why I wanted to clear the mines on this side was because that's where I'm going to land. I didn't want to land near the grapplers because I didn't want to lose unnecessary Zookas at that point. So you saw me throwing a artillery barrage there to clear some of the mine just in case my Zookas go too close. So my plan was to get really, really close. I didn't want any sort of crazy spreading. So here you see, so I did a very good job at landing, but still the spreading of the Zooka is about a both length. When they normally, if you normally flare them to the left or to the right when you're landing, that's the normal spread. So when you do that, when you're moving sideways and then you flare to up, then that's the sort of spreading that you're going to expect. And one smoke cannot cover them. And if you're within the range of a laser, that's enough time for a laser to bloop, to fire and screw your plans. In any case, so that was an intermediary flag point. Diagonal, remember, your troops move best on a diagonal line, especially if there's nothing. So there we go. My Zookas are all nice and spreading around that circle. They all fit around that smoke. And the rest is history. I throw a critter pack, shock the grapplers, and just go at it. You know, the Zookas are producing. My Zookas Unboosted are doing every shot. They're doing 172,332 damage every second. I haven't lost a Zooka, so now I lost a Zooka, so the DPS it's sort of decreasing. So I check the grapplers once again. I throw a critter pack to keep everything good and keep those sniper towers suppressed. So we've been at it. I haven't counted, but that's, I want to say maybe 7 seconds of shooting. No, actually, maybe no. I can tell you exactly what I took. It takes 30 seconds of Zooka firing to take away unboosted Zooka to take away that 2.5 million. So that was it, guys. That's how I took Gearheart Factory. It has a lot of insane HP. So if you cannot afford to waste your attacks on just GBE because you don't have the GBE, your best bet would be to do an all rifleman attack approaching from this side. Okay, if you do an all rifleman attack with Cryonners, if you have them, and maybe some medics, because those lasers do not have, at least the 2 lasers that were here in the front, they do not have the damage to take off near max Cryonners. So if you have boosted health, then it's gonna be a lot better. So rifleman medics would be a very good option here, especially if you keep those mortars shocked, and then just go into town. The rocket launcher here, that rocket launcher did not have a lot of health, only 30-something thousand health. So any person with enough GB can just at least use one attack on just GB only to take it down. In any case, guys, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions, comments, just drop me a message on one. I really enjoy looking at them. So in any case, thanks for watching and slowly checking out.